Good morning, students. This here is a detailed discussion on the questions for your SST holiday homework. These are all based around the chapters from your textbook, which you will have to find it yourself. Here we are discussing one way to write the ideal answers. Once again, I would like to remind you that you can be as creative as you want to be. So don't feel the need to follow the structure as it is. It is just a suggestion. Here we have question number 1. Compare how the meaning of the word Hindustan has changed from the time of Minhaji Saraj to the modern Republic of India. Now, Hindustan meant different things then and now. In 13th century, Minhaji Saraj used it for lands of Delhi Sultanate, Punjab, Haryana, lands between Ganga and Yamuna, politically. Today, Republic of India means the entire modern nation. Now, considering these points in mind, you can frame your answer as you want. For moving on to question number 2, create a set of rules for a modern student panchayat in your school that resolves conflicts and promotes fairness, drawing inspiration from its historical counterpart. Now, consider the old panchayats. Old panchayats focused on solving village problems. Your modern student panchayat has to solve school fights. Perhaps your rules can focus on listening to both sides, make sure there are no biases, everyone is equal. There can be a direct vote for the leader. You can focus on peace instead of punishment. Following these rules, I want you to be as creative as you want. You don't have to follow any structure. Just show me what rules you think are best for your school panchayat. Now, moving on to question number 3, which I consider to be the most creative question out of these here. You are the captain of a Chola warship on an expedition to Southeast Asia. Write a diary entry describing the journey, the challenges of sea travel, and your first impressions of a foreign port. Now, consider this. What I picture is a stormy sea, a big wooden ship. Your diary entry doesn't have to be the entire journal. You can just be writing about your one particular day. For example, as a captain, I might write that it is day 14 at the sea. Waves are high like mountains. Food is running low. Men are tired. But I can see the land now. I can see Srivijaya port, busy with trade. It smells like clove and nutmeg. King's power reaches far across the ocean. With these creative ideas, you can just write anything you want. Now, here one thing you can look at is that I have also written something like a flowchart of a story. You can describe your departure with your fleet. You can write about your days in the ocean. The storm is surging, water is scarce, and then finally you can also write about reaching the port, how guards are checking your goods and etc., how tax is being calculated. It's all up to you how you want to write it. Now, moving on to the next question. Write a script for a conversation between a ruler from a Mahajanapada like Bimbisar of Magadha and a modern day member of parliament. Have them discuss the advantages and disadvantages of their respective forms of government. For this, I would say you can pick for perhaps, let's say, Bimbisara, and he can debate about how monarchy is fast. He gets to decide what's the right thing, and things get done. However, the MP might debate that democracy is more about fairness. People choose and elect their own leaders. Everyone's voice is heard. The debate can also bring out points like a bad king can ruin everything, whereas a slow debate, a bad debate can slow everything down. Considering these points, you can write as you think is best for your project. Moving on to the next question, it asks us to research a modern technology like the mobile phone or the internet and explain with diagrams showing how it has transformed daily life in both rural and urban India. Now, mobile phones have changed our life a lot. In cities, people order food, work on the move. In villages, farmers check their crop prices, they get their subsidies, money directly in the bank. They connect everyone. They bridge the old gap that used to be between towns and the countryside, the villages. Describing these, you can write your project as you want. Moving on to our final question, make a travel brochure. Now, this is one of the creative questions here. Make a travel brochure for tourists visiting the historical regions of the Cholas, Cheras, and Pandyas, highlighting their unique achievements in art, architecture, and trade. Now, consider this. If you are a traveler, you are basically traveling back to the past. You are traveling to South India to visually understand the history of the time there. You can picture something like Cholas building the massive Brihadeshwara temple, the Cheras ruling over the spice trade with the West, and Pandyas, who are famous for their pearl driving. Art, trade, sea power, all in one region. You can describe it as you want. Considering this to show how your understanding can be displayed in a creative way. This is what this question is asking about. Now, hopefully, you will enjoy your holiday homework and holidays.